Hello, my name is Chris Cupers, and I am the co-founder and co-creative lead at Kenshin Studios. I am here today to present our Kickstarter campaign. You may know Kenshin Studios from our previous works, such as the Godzilla fan trilogy. We began this studio back in 2013 when the brainchild for this Godzilla fan series, Nico Molnar, came to me and asked if he would like me to help him make a short, fun little machinima Godzilla fan film. Ever since then, the studio has grown into something much more than he or I ever imagined. Currently, the studio consists of just 4 members, Nico and I, Vinny DeGregory, who is our music composer, and Brandon Hatcher, who is our 3D modeling designer. During our time, we have worked with many talented people over the years to create our projects. Now, why are we setting up this Kickstarter? At first, we began making content for free, as we were doing just fan-related stuff. But as time has gone on, our projects have gotten more complicated, and so we started to do paying work. The model that made both versions of Kudajira was a paid item, and we have paid some people we work with to help compensate for the work they've provided us. We have seen, like in any creative endeavor, a budget can help provide a smooth and productive development cycle, and it can bring on new talent that wouldn't have joined for free. Because of this, last November, the studio went on a hiatus. We did this to reform and restructure our business model going forward. The last few years have been very rough with the studio, with many projects being put on ice or just canceled outright. This was all due to budget and timing restrictions. With this Kickstarter, we plan to use the money to help give us that boost that will help us to continue to make content moving forward. The first item on our project list is Kenshin Chaos, a series in which we pit our original kaiju, Kudajira, against many famous known kaiju, such as Godzilla, King Kong, Ultraman, etc. This series has been in a rough development cycle due to team members changing and episodes being left with no work being done on them. We believe that if we had the money to pay the team that works on this series, we can produce this series at a faster and more consistent pace than if it was done with no budget. The other main reason we're looking for a budget is, to be honest, priority. Right now, everyone in the studio has their own lives, jobs, personal responsibilities, and other career goals. It's very hard to work on something when it's not giving you a viable return. By having a budget and using it to help us create works going forward, it will help us to create a steady revenue stream. It can provide everyone involved with a reason to stay and to stay motivated to create bigger and better projects. We have so many ideas that we want to do going forward, but without the right financial support, it just isn't possible with those external blocks. That's where this Kickstarter comes in. You can help provide us make quality content that was made by kaiju fans for kaiju fans. So how do we plan on doing this? As stated before, we're going to use the money to first finish Kenshin Chaos. This means moving forward on all of our projects, fan-made or original, we are strictly going to pay our in-house team and collaborators. If we do not have the means to compensate our partners, we will just simply not have them do the work. Period. No work means no content. We hope to create enough buzz for the channel, and with that, we hope to get partnered on YouTube, and that will continue to help us create a revenue stream so that we don't have to make a Kickstarter every time we want to do a project. This can be the start of a new and bright future for the studio. Now, obviously, you want to see what we're capable of, and you've seen what we've done in the past. But here's a taste of where your money's going to go to. Is concerned. I would say that when I look at Mechagodzilla 93, because I know some people don't like it being called Mechagodzilla 2, because technically that's not right, but that Mechagodzilla We hope we have convinced you to help support the Kickstarter and to show you what we're capable of with the right support. To close out, I would like to hand the stage to my good friend and co-founder, Nico Molnar. Take it away, my friend.
Hey everyone, my name is Nico Molnar. I am a co-owner and co-lead director here at Kenshin Studios. For those of you who don't know what Kenshin Studios is, we create small animation projects. But we all have a goal here, and our goal is to create content at the best of our ability. And we just want to do the best we can. I would like to say that, we're dreamers. That's me and Chris, and I'll say also for Vinny and Brandon, we are dreamers. One day we wish to have a big central location where we can all sit in an office and work together. But for right now, we're all online and we're making the best of it. And I love working in the studio all the time. Okay, back to the main reason why you clicked on this video. You clicked on this video because you may have seen that we are now performing a Kickstarter for basically our giant series, Kenshin Chaos. And Kenshin Chaos, we absolutely need a budget at this point. We realized after conversing with Chris and conversing with the team, we came to the decision that a budget is really necessary. One reason why we need a budget is priority. Obviously, if you're being paid to do something, you're gonna put it high on your priority list, and that's what we need to do. We need to pay our team members. So it's not just like outside sources, it's also within the team. So we would like to pay Vinny, we would like to pay Brandon for everything that they do. And not just them, like I said, outsourcing too, because they do put in hours of work into our animations, and if we pay them, it becomes a higher priority. And I'm sure many of you who are going to watch this video whenever it does release, that you can agree with that. It's priority. And another thing, this budget helps us complete the project. Obviously, along with priority and paying our team members and whoever works on this project, we kind of need money to complete these sort of projects because we're asking work from other people as well. And this is so important to us. Obviously, you guys know we were in a shutdown, and there were many talks, and we all agreed that paying the people who work on these sort of projects for us it needs to be there. And this is why we really wanted to do this Kickstarter. Another important thing to note here is the fact that if we do not pay the people who we are working with inside the studio or outsourcing, if we cannot pay them, they're not going to work. That's just how it is. That is being 100%. That's how it's going to be. We're not going to have all these people, whoever decides to work on these projects to be working for free. Obviously, we've made it work in the past with Godzilla Wrath of the Hybrid and our previous fan films, even for the first couple of episodes of Kenshin Chaos. But that doesn't bring up priority. It doesn't make anything a priority, and it's just about time, because we are taking this very seriously now. We are taking a more business approach to Kenshin Studios, and we would like to get this sort of thing done. And to be perfectly honest, if we do not hit the March goal, the budget, if we don't make that budget, it's over. This is important. I absolutely love working with everyone on these sort of projects, and for the last 9 years, it's been a ride, and I love working with pretty much every single one, all my friends. Everyone who's been a part of this team are my friends, and I would love for this journey to keep continuing and not have an end. I would love, to pay Vinny for everything that he does for him, Brandon, everything that he does for us, and all the people we meet along the way who we outsource. It means a lot. It would mean absolutely a lot. So, in the brightness of things, let's get it done.
Okay, guys. All right, we are back. All right, Nico, you're good to unmute yourself. You're good.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
you're good. All right. Hey,
Ah!
guys. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
jeez.
Hello.
Double audio.
Hello.
Ah!
Oh, double audio. No, not that.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to the next community meeting since our hiatus.
Yeah.
It's been quite a
Yeah.
while since we have been able to talk to you guys face to face.
Yes.
It has been a roller coaster in these times. But we're very excited to talk with you guys again, especially in this meeting. So, um, first off, just to get a couple things out of the way, yes, the background here, I'm actually at my parents' house right now, babysitting our dog. So the thing is, I was here for a couple days. So the problem was is I needed all my stuff. So I basically took my whole computer setup and brought it to my parents' house. And I'm actually in my dad's office, which actually used to be in 2014, if you guys remember, the old Goji fan headquarters. This actually used to be where the room was, and I'll show you here the this area here. You guys might remember this was the collection. That's where, I mean, some things are actually still up there, but this was being in this room, especially with my computer and stuff like that. It's definitely made it feel. I have like nostalgia and all that. It's just like, whoa, it's weird being in this room again doing this kind of stuff. But also the internet might, I don't know if the speed, I mean, so far it says excellent connection for us. So I'm assuming everything's going to be fine, but I am on a different Wi-Fi signal. So I don't know how things are going to go, but I think things should be fine. Yes. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to go through, obviously the Kickstarter is the main theme of today. Support. It is game time,
Absolutely.
guys. We are like 19 days away from the end of the campaign, and we have not hit where we need to be. We are so far behind of where we need to be. So right now we're trending in a way, at least of the budget, where we're only going to make about $200 at the rate that we've been making at the end of the time, and that's just not going to make it. So
No.
that's what we're gonna mainly talk about. Obviously, on the side, you guys notice we'll talk about the new branding, the new logos, all that stuff. On the side here, you'll see the different things that we're going to be that we're trying to make the budget for, mainly for Kenshin Chaos, but also for the other two demo projects. We'll talk about Gabra's Bad Day because that had some development issues going on, and then we'll talk about Kaiju Fantasy Battles as well. Yes, and then all the socials right down there. Those are critical to those of you who cannot support us financially. Those links right there are critical. They should be listed in the description below. Let me know if they are not, and I will get that fixed. Yeah, and then so we'll also talk about where we've been, what the last 4 or 5 months have been, and really just a lot of stuff that has led up to this moment because a lot of stuff has changed behind the scenes, a lot of stuff that we have not talked about publicly yet, and in this meeting we will talk about that. So there is a lot to go over in this meeting. I'm assuming we're hopefully going to make it about an hour and a half usually, or it might be 2 hours. I don't know. But we're going to try to get to it as best we can because this is a very crucial moment for the studio, a very crucial time, and I want to make sure that we cover all our bases. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing the other two demo videos that we posted as well. It's going to be Gabra's Bad Day, and we're also going to be showing off Kaiju Fantasy Battles for those of you who might not have seen those videos because I not a lot of views on those, and so I'm a little concerned. I'm wondering if people have missed those videos coming out. So we're going to be showing those here for those of you who might have missed those. And then I will be going through the Kickstarter page as well and just showing you guys one by one of stuff that's really going on, just to give you more details. And then a lot of and feel free to ask questions throughout this whole meeting because that's the point of these meetings, so that we can answer questions that you guys might have. Nico, is there anything that you want to start, or are we all set?
Anything I want to start?
Yeah, is there anything you want to say? Anything before we dive
Something I
in?
want to say? Um, Honestly, I do appreciate some of the support, us, our community has given us so far. But in terms of like, what Chris just said, we are very far behind of what, where we need to be at this point. So please, if you cannot make a donation or donate to the Kickstarter, please help get the word out. That would help a lot for us. That's pretty much about it. And right now me and Chris, we can only do so much right now, and we're just trusting the process and trusting you guys. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So yes, let's talk about where we've been for the last 4 or 5 months. Basically, when we did the hiatus. So you guys remember, back in September, I made a little live stream, it wasn't even a community meeting. It was more just like a channel update, and I was kind of alluring to the idea that we were going to do this huge big rebrand, restructure, all that stuff. It was actually before I talked to Nico about it. And then in October, we had our end of the year address, which talked about all the issues that we were facing and with that. Now, at that time, the studio was still similar to where we were at. We had Gabber's Bad Day in production, we had episode 4 in production, we had Red Ox, we had Showery Dragoon, we had Sean on our, everybody was still there, Vinny and all that stuff. So we had all that stuff ready to go during that end of the meeting or end of the year address. And so we had everything kind of set and ready to go. Nico and I had a lot of meetings back and forth of talking about how we can do things, and that's basically everything that has happened up till now. And so one of the first major things that happened
oh yeah, basically addressing where we also were at. Me and Chris took a nice vacation to Aruba. Vinny went to somewhere in the Fiji Islands.
Yeah.
And then Brandon, I heard he took like a really nice trip to France. And he was able to circumnavigate the globe within those 2 months. So very impressive. What this team can do when we're really have our minds set up.
It's
so
true.
I apologize to interrupt you, Chris. Please continue.
No, you're good.
In all serious tone now, let's.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Anton, I do have a copy of meeting number 7, and we'll talk about why the other community meetings are not up anymore, and we'll talk also about how the channel has changed with some of the videos that are available and not available. So we'll go into that as well. So yeah, basically after we did the end of the year address, we took a little bit of a break, but in that still we were still working behind the scenes. We were still trying to figure out some stuff and on how to how are we going to make this work. So one of the first things obviously was episode 4. That was like the biggest thing. And so the first major roadblock that happened, and this was, what's hilarious is that it was very it was poor timing, to be honest. It was literally right after we as a team agreed, like, okay, this is where we're going, this is the path, this is the direction that we're going to head into, and it's going to be great. Well, then all of a sudden, we get a message from Sean, and long story short, not going to go into too much detail. Basically, Sean had to depart from the studio, like fully, like, in the past, Sean did leave before, but it was kind of like when I left for that temporary amount of time. Sometimes you just need a breath, you just need to breathe, you just need to clear your head. And then I came back, and then Sean came back in a limited capacity. But the problem that happened is that this time Sean really needed to leave. He had personal things that he really needed to get done with or to deal with, and that was perfectly fine. And it wasn't that bad because Sean was, mainly helping Red Ox and Showery Dragoon do the like he was more of what he was the animation consultant at the so he was really doing like touches on the animations. So having him leave wasn't that big of a hurt on us, but what sucked about it is we were hoping that with the Kickstarter and having the budget that we were going to have Sean back in the team, like officially as like a lead animator to continue doing episode 5, 6, 7, whatever. So Sean had to go, like, fully, which sucked. That was a big blow to us. And then shortly after, Nico and I were getting very worried about the progress on episode 4, and it was the issue that was going on with that was a lot of stuff actually wasn't being done, and communication was not being addressed to us, to the team, to whatever. Basically episode 4 was still kind of in this development hell, and we basically had to tell the guys, like, hey, look, I mean, is this something that you're going to be able to do or not? Like, is this really that much of a stress? Is this not working? So then basically shortly after Sean left, Red Ox and Showery Dragoon left as well. And that killed us because we lost all of our in-house animators for episode 4. Episode 4 literally just flatlined and nothing was being worked on it. And this was part of what? This was probably November, December time-ish, right? So it wasn't too long ago really when that happened. But so that was a major blow to us and like how we were, going to be facing things. So we're like, okay, well, great. Now what are we going to do? So then Gabber's Bad Day was still being worked on by Toku, and that also was having some issues behind the scenes. And I'll go further in depth about that once I finish with episode 4 here. So what ended up happening, we had this huge animator list that of people that we knew in our circle, in our inner circle, and then other animators that we knew in the kaiju community as well. And so we just went one by one and we just started to ask them, hey, can you guys come in and help us finish episode 4? We weren't even asking them to finish season 1 for us. We were just asking just 4. Like, we just need to get 4 done. And we went through all these animators. We talked to Asusa Productions. Like, we even went back to him. If you guys remember, he helped us with Return of Space Godzilla. So we went to him. We went to Ultraman Ultimo, which helped us with Wrath of the Hybrid. We had all these people in mind, and then there were a lot of animators that I contacted that I was originally going to have them work on Kaiju Fantasy Battle Reignited Season 2 many years ago. The problem is that I guess commission prices have risen, probably due to a lot of the way the world is right now, inflation and COVID and all this stuff, and so people are having to raise prices because living is hard right now. I mean, it sucks. Like, times are hard, and so every time we would ask an animator, hey, how much would this cost? How much would your commission price be? They would say it was roughly around $100 a minute. Now, we were asking, for Kenshin Chaos, usually the episodes are around 3 minutes, which means, if you guys can do the math, that means it'd be $300 per episode. And we're like, oh, that's not what we were expecting, because Nico and I were already building the budget, and we were thinking maybe $50 an episode, because the only reason we thought that was because my previous work with Asusa doing Kaiju Fantasy Battle Reignited Season 1 was $50 an episode. So I thought things were similar. I thought times were the same. No, things have changed in that spectrum. Commission prices are higher, which is, and we'll get into the Kickstarter budget price, but that explains why it is so expensive. $2,000 for this budget. It makes sense. It really does. So, so we went one by one by all these animators trying to figure out, like, okay, who can help us, who can do it at this point, and all of them were either too expensive for us, and it's nothing against them. It was nothing personal. We just said, "Ooh, we just can't do that." So either too expensive or they couldn't do it, like they just weren't available. For instance, I actually contacted Rano. For those of you who don't know, Rano is a very talented animator in the Godzilla community, and I asked him, if he could help us with it, and he unfortunately he was too busy with other stuff and he just couldn't do it. So he had to politely decline that, which was fine. But we're like, damn, that sucks too. So we went through all these people. And yes, Godzilla Reader, Asusa was one of them. Just too expensive. Yeah, we just couldn't afford him. So, it came down to the last person, Methlo Kaiju Fan 97. And what was funny is that episode 4 really almost didn't even happen, guys. It was to the point where I was talking to Nico. I was like, dude, like, we're gonna have to cancel it. Like, episode 4 is just not gonna happen, and I don't know what we're gonna do with this Kickstarter. I don't know what we're gonna, because we don't have anything to show. It's just gonna be a disaster. So I contacted Methlo Kaiju Fan, and the first thing that happened is he told me that he was actually kind of busy at the moment. So I already was like, damn, okay, well, that's another animator off, and that was the last guy we had on our list. And I was thinking, well, all right, you're good, dust off, we'll try it, that's it. Pack it in, guys, but luckily Nico over here, MVP over here, man, just came in and was like, hey, hold on, let me work my magic. And I'm like, what? And by the way, I'm at work during all this crap, so like, luckily my work, like my job, I don't have to, it's very like robotic, so I don't have to like think too hard. So I'm like trying to manage all of this and work at the same time. And then he comes back to me in like 5 minutes, and he's like, hey, so I talked to Methlo. He said that he might actually be interested. And I'm like, what the? How did you do that? So, long story short, we got to Methlo. We talked to him, we met him. He's a very nice guy. He's awesome. And the fact that, I mean, we knew who Methlo was before. We saw a couple of his animations before. And what was so funny is when I looked at Methlo's animations prior to meeting him, I looked at that. I'm like, wow, I looked at that animation. I'm like, there's no way in hell any of us are going to be able to work with that guy. That guy's he's probably working all this stuff and doing all that kind of stuff. No, nicest guy, super down to earth and super jazzed to help us with this episode. And that was the point. The point of working with him on this with episode 4 was to just get episode 4 done. We just had a meeting a week ago that talked about the future of the season, which heavily relies on the Kickstarter, to have him work for us for the rest of season 1. So luckily Methlo was great with it. And then actually in the comments here, you see Gapester Studios. Gapester Studios actually also helped. He also had a hand in helping episode 4, and he helped Methlo with sound effects and visual effects and just little other I mean, I'm assuming I might be missing something else, but I'm pretty sure the main thing that you helped with Gapester was sound effects, some visual effects here and there, and all that good stuff. So there's that. So luckily they worked with us, and it was great. It was fun. They were super happy and excited and passionate. I mean, we haven't really felt that in the studio for a long time, having this kind of fun atmosphere of working on a project since Wrath of the Hybrid, to be completely honest. Like, it just hasn't been, at least to my perspective, it just hasn't been as fun until working with these guys. So episode 4 was in good hands, and you guys can clearly see what the result was. I mean, episode 4 is phenomenal. It is the best work that has ever come out of the studio so far, and that's why we want to keep up with that kind of consistent style now. We've raised the bar again, and so now we have to either stay to that bar or even go further, continuing moving forward. We can't go back. That's the problem. We can't go back. And that's why the Kickstarter is very important for us. So episode 4 was great, and it's done, and thank God it's finally out. And I think you guys, I mean, the amount of support that you guys have given us on that is amazing. We can't thank you enough for that. It's exceeded the subscriber count, which is great, which I'm assuming that means everyone on our channel who subscribed actually saw it, which was great. And we got a little bit of more viewership, and our sub count has risen tremendously. Also, thanks to a lot of people who have been sharing the video, who have been making those reactions. Riot React, and also Evan Godzilla for making a reaction video for those as well.
Thank you both so much. If you're here, I saw Evan Godzilla earlier. I saw him earlier.
I saw him as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making a react video for that. That's amazing. And Riot Reacts, I didn't even know who that guy was, but man, when he came in and did a reaction, he didn't do a reaction just of episode 4. He did episode 3, and so that gave us a little bit more exposure, which is great because he had a huge fan following. Like, he has a lot of people, so that gave us a little bit of boost. And then also thanks to Gapester Studio for sharing a TV spot on his channel, and then for Methlo, of course, sharing his little clip on his channel as well, which garnered a lot of attention as well. So episode 4, in my opinion, I think Nico agrees with me, was a success. We're very happy about it. It is amazing, and I can't be any more happy with it. It is phenomenal stuff. But we're not out of the woods yet. So no. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. So with episode 4 done and out of the way, we'll get into the rest of the season when I talk about the Kickstarter page. As far as Gabra's Bad Day now, the first thing that we're gonna do before I talk about Gabra's Bad Day is I'm gonna show you guys the demo footage if you guys haven't seen it. So we're just gonna play that right now. It's super quick. It's not that long. And let's see if I can pull this up. Is this gonna be it? Yes, it will. Okay, so I'm gonna just have this over here, and you guys are just gonna watch this real quick. Okay.
What is this? Oh God. There's How'd I go? Oh! No! Oh! God! Oh! 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 God! Okay. Huh?
Okay, so yes, Gabber's Bad Day. You guys have seen that clip. It has been on the channel for a while. Um, but I just want to reiterate that the Kickstarter, yes, it's mainly for Kenshin Chaos, but I can't stress enough that that money is also going to indirectly help the rest of these other projects happen. And especially for Gabber's Bad Day, because now Gabber's Bad Day is officially on ice, unfortunately. We wanted to save that announcement for this because that's just what happened. So a little bit of some backstory with Gabber's Bad Day. Now, a long time ago, I think this was in 2019 or something like that, when we had a little bit of a semi reboot, when I came back to the studio and we were trying to get a little more serious and all that stuff, we made like a big promo sheet. It was like an E3 style looking thing that had like the rest of the projects for the next decade of stuff. Very ambitious thing that we made. Gabber's Bad Day was on that list, and Gabber's Bad Day was technically supposed to be a simple side series that was supposed to parallel with Kenshin Chaos. It was not supposed to be just as big as Kenshin Chaos. That's why the animation isn't as intricate or as like movie-like as the Chaos series is. So really, when we went to Toku Society to commission that the series out, I expected the series to be done in like 6 months, because the thing is we wanted to have Gabber's Bad Day be premiered at G-Fest. Now, last year's G-Fest didn't happen due to COVID, and this year's G-Fest, it's not going to happen at all because it's now canceled. But the thing is that Toku had the same issue, is that there were just too many things in his personal life that were getting in the way of the show, and he had to back out. And then what was the problem is that now there's no other animators that can help us with Gabber's Bad Day, because Methlo was doing episode 4, so we, and that was that. And like I said, Gabber's Bad Day does not need to have that similar style to Chaos. It just wouldn't match, because, Gabber's Bad Day is supposed to be like this Looney Tunes style, funny, like cartoony thing. It's not supposed to be like super serious, realistic, like Chaos is. So yes, when Toku left, that hurt, and that was like, damn, okay, so that now Chaos is the only thing that's selling the Kickstarter, which sucks, because we were gonna have Gabber's Bad Day also because we were gonna have episode 1 be finished along with Chaos episode 4, and unfortunately that just didn't happen. So that is why Gabber's Bad Day now has been changed to now demo footage for a potential stretch goal. And the reason we say stretch goal is because, like I said, technically the budget is mainly for Chaos, but it's going to indirectly help fund the rest of the other series. And I'll go into that when we talk about the Kickstarter page. So that's Gabber's Bad Day, unfortunately. So don't expect anything else from this series until further notice or whatever. Pretty much it's just done. So moving on to the next project, Kaiju Fantasy Battles. This was supposed to be, back when we made that project sheet, this was supposed to be a project that was just as important as Chaos. It was supposed to come out after season 1 of Chaos was done. So by now, if everything went the way that we wanted it to 2 years ago, Kenshin, season 1 of Chaos would have been finished way long ago. We would have actually already been working on season 2 of Chaos. Gabber's Bad Day would have already been out. Kaiju Fantasy Battles Reignited Season 2 would actually probably just now be premiering in its entirety. Like, it would be almost done. And then we probably would have had something to show at G-Fest. That was the, in a perfect world kind of scenario. So now what it is that it is now a demo footage as well. It is a potential, here is what we can offer if the Kickstarter is successful. Here's what we're capable of, just to show more potential, because we can't keep on showing the same previous work like Wrath of the Hybrid or whatever. We can't keep on selling Wrath of the Hybrid to sell future projects. So we needed something new to show. And so that is why I came up with this other video, and we are going to watch this in case you guys haven't seen it. Because once again, it's kind of lower viewerships on that video. So we're going to watch this here. This one is about, once again, Kaiju Fantasy Battle Reignite Season 2. And this is the potential, and this is another reason why this Kickstarter needs to be successful, so that you guys can see this stuff. Okay, here we go.
I finally have the means to rule you. and those pathetic Ultramen can't do anything to stop me.
Okay, so that, first of all, I just want to say that's just an awesome promo. I'm just saying, I just think it's badass. Like, that's just
I agree. I agree.
so. All right, so that is all the videos for today that I wanted to present to you guys. But so yes, so unfortunately the thing is that these projects are demos. Like, they are potentials, things that can happen if the Kickstarter is successful. Now, I do want to mention though, you guys are pretty awesome though so far, because I actually have looked, and we are actually at $151 now on the Kickstarter. We're now 7 backers in, so we actually you guys, some of you, you can pop in the comments and say, hey, I helped, and we'll shout you out. So that's all it takes, guys. I mean, that's amazing. So you know, just what just happened, if we can do that like a bunch more times, you know, it would be great. Yeah, so that's, I'm telling you guys, like, this stuff is possible with this Kickstarter, and I know that it is expensive. I know that it is a lot, and trust me, guys, I hate to ask. I hate to do the whole asking people for money and stuff. I wish we could do this on our own. I wish we could self-fund it. I wish we could just do it like back in the old days with Return of Space Gulls and Wrath of the Hybrid, but you know, things are different now, and especially the fact that if you want to keep this kind of quality with this type of, you know, animation, you have to pay money for that. Holy crap! Evan Godzilla over here shooting $100. That's not even in the reward tiers. That's just the generous custom. Dude, Evan Godzilla, guys, is MVP right now. $100. See? Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot, Evan. Thank you, man. That is, you are too generous. That is way you only had to give $1. you only had to do $1, my man, but that was awesome. Thank you. Super big shout out to Evan Godzilla over here, guys. Yeah, like that's the stuff we need. Now, I'm not downing anyone who can't help us financially. You can share, you can post, you can make videos, you can do things, you can still do things to help us, guys. Don't stand idly by silently. If you want to see this stuff, if you are like, I see chats in our comments, I see in the comments, I see on our Discord, I see in people that are commenting saying, "Oh, I hope that this happens," or "I wish that this happens." I don't see anything coming from those people who are commenting. So you guys,
Listen,
like, if you want some,
you guys can, you can hope and wish all you want in life, and sometimes you won't get those things. But if you can go out there and make it happen.
Exactly.
If you guys hope, you guys can only hope and wish stuff happens. But if you guys really want to, you guys could help make this happen. This is. Me and Chris have done a lot. We are still out here trying to promote it and trying to get people to really to donate to our Kickstarter. We are out here like doing our part, trying to get us noticed, trying to help people, get this Kickstarter going in the right way, in the right direction rather. Only you guys can truly make it happen though.
I mean, it's true.
I'm looking at the camera now. I keep looking at you, Chris, because you're on the right side of my screen.
I know, that's me too.
This is all on you guys now.
And we.
I can't thank you all enough who have been generous and donated the money to whether it was $100 or $1. Thank you so much.
I mean, it's
and
true.
to those of you who are hoping it happens or wishing it happens,
do something.
Don't say that. Go make it happen. Do
something about it.
That isn't even just about like the studio right now. It's about it's in life too. Go make it happen.
Right. Do like you if you don't do anything about it, but you continually wish that something would happen, nothing's gonna get done. That is just the reality of it. And guys, we are not, we get it. Times are tough. And I understand that some people can't. Even $1, I understand that some people just can't do that. And maybe some of you might not even have the means to, like, maybe you would have the money, but you don't have the means to do it electronically. Like, maybe some of you don't have bank accounts. Maybe some of you don't have the whatever. It's okay. You have to share. You have to make videos. You have to retweet our stuff. Nico and I can only do so much. We're just two people. I'm constantly promoting the hell out of everything. I'm probably annoying the crap out of our social media fans or our followers because all they see from me is just promotions. But guys, that's my job. At this studio, I'm producer and social media manager. That is my job, to annoy the crap out of you guys and constantly remind you guys, because I am passionate about this studio, guys. I left for like 6 months, but I came back because I missed it. I didn't come back to Goji Fan, but I came back to Kenshin Studios, and that should mean something. That is how important this is, and that's how important it is me working with Nico. I love working with this guy. This on this side, not this side. He was on this side, but I don't want to end this. I don't want to not work with Nico anymore. That just kills me to think that, and so. Anyways, don't stand idly by. I have this metaphor. This is the metaphor that I kind of look at this way. Nico and I are in a fire, okay? We're in a fire, we're in a pit, and we're burning right now, okay? And you guys are...
Wow.
What?
Entertainment Corner just donated $300.
Holy crap.
You did not, thank you.
Oh my god. We're at $451 of our goal right now, guys. Do you guys understand what just happened? Do you guys understand that? Like, that's, you guys have raised the what is it? The consistent metric. Like, now we're on the track. Maybe we've probably gained back that lost time in this last week when we hit a wall. Those people just gained us back that time. Entertainment Corner, thank you, dude.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh my god, you guys. Like I said, guys, share and post it to someone who can do that, because you guys are just as integral. Look, if you guys share a post, you share it to someone who can donate $300, right? If you can do that, you're a part of the solution. You've helped. Just because you couldn't donate monetary wise, you still helped. Don't think that, oh, just because I hit a retweet that it's not going to do anything. No. That is powerful. It's the power of social media, guys. And so like I was saying is that Nico and I are just two people. We're just two people. When I go on our social media and I see 2 hearts and 2 retweets, that's Nico and I on our other accounts liking and retweeting it. That means no one else has done anything on that post, which is a little saddening to me, because that means that there's all these people that are hoping and wishing and thanking us and wishing that they can, or that they're hoping that things will do it. But I'm not seeing those likes. I'm not seeing those shares. And I don't want to sound like an internet shill, but it's true, guys. Yeah, you know, look, if you're watching right now and you're not voicing an opinion, you're very quiet. You're like, you're like a quiet fan, right? You're just saying, look, if that's the case, then fine, because at least you're not really like voicing an opinion saying, hey, I want this to happen, but not doing anything about it. It's honestly worse doing nothing about it, but yet commenting on our stuff, hoping it'll happen. I'd rather you be a silent fan and not really say anything and hope that it works, because at least that way I'm not getting my hopes up, you know? But this, I'm just being real with you guys. Like, that is how important this is to us. Like, you guys have no idea. And like the end of the Kickstarter video, I put Nico's part at the end of the video for a reason. His section was less scripted. My section was way scripted, way more like commercial, like trying to sell this product. Nico was the real humanity part of it. Okay. Like when he was saying in there that he loves working in this team, he loves working with friends. It's true. I mean, it's so true, guys. And Nico and I have had conversations in the last few months about what are we going to do if this Kickstarter is unsuccessful? What's going to happen? And we don't know what, we don't like to have that conversation because we don't want to know what could happen. We don't, you know. So, all right, there's our begging segment. There's our plea segment. I'm going to stop because I know it's getting a little grating, but I'm serious, guys. Power of social media, power of sharing, power of making a video. You can do things for free. You don't have to donate if you can't. But if you can, $1. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like, hey, look, instead of going to like Halo Infinite or Fortnite and buying that color blue for your gun, that's like $8. Maybe use that $1 for us to get some really kick-ass kaiju content. Yeah. I'm just saying. Is that blue really going to be awesome in a year? I don't know. But Kenshin Chaos Season 1 and maybe Season 2 and then Gabber's Bad Day. There's a lot more that your dollar can do than just buying the color blue for a gun or a skin or something like that. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. That's all I got. Now we're going to go over the Kickstarter page. Okay. We're going to go over this. So I'm going to see if I can set something up here. Let's see if I can get this page. Yes. Looking good there. And we're going to do window capture. Perfect. Okay. All right. So you guys see the page right here. I'm going to see if I can fit this perfectly here. Yeah, I just put that over there. Whoops. Actually, here, I'm going to have this full screen so you guys can really get the full effect of what this is. Okay. All right. So this is the page. Now, like I said, guys, we just raised this much in today's meeting, which is still Evan, Godzilla, and Entertainment Corner. You guys MVP for this meeting. Like, you guys are awesome. You didn't need to do that. You just needed to do $1, but you guys went way above, and that is amazing. So 8 backers so far. We have 19 days to go. Okay. This is an all or nothing project. Okay. So this is where it's serious, guys. Like, if we don't reach this amount, it's not going to happen. It's done. It's over. You have until April 14th. We all have until April 14th. Okay. So there's that. All right. So I'm assuming what happened is you MVP guys went to this area and you just put in the custom amount, which thank you guys so much. Now, for the dollar amount, This is, you get your name in the backer credits of any of our 2022 projects, okay? So what this means, now don't worry about the estimated delivery because this is all digital stuff, so it's not like they would actually be like something mailed to you. That's why I had to put the estimated delivery for that because it was the end of the Kickstarter, so that's really all I could figure out there. So, think about it, guys. Your names for $1 could be in the credits of Kenshin Chaos. You guys could be it as like in the credits and be a part of something for a project. You know, like I can't tell you guys, like when I helped back the Kaiju Crescendo or the Godzilla concert that was at G-Fest, those 3 concerts that they did from John DeSantis, being in those Kickstarters and actually pledging towards those and having my name in the booklets as a backer is awesome. I can look at that physical booklet and look back through and see my name on there, and I feel so proud of myself. I feel good about it. That's, you guys can do that for us here too, you know? Now, with the $5 one, you get the above one, and then you also get behind the scene access. So this is anything from scripts, development screenshots, early demo footage, other BTS. Nico and I share this stuff all the time for free right now, but you guys are, this, as soon as this Kickstarter is over, if it's successful, this stuff becomes automatically exclusive to you. And then $10, once again, you get the 2 previous ones, and then you get early access. So this is a week before. Imagine getting episode 4 a week before everyone else does. And that is all we can offer you guys in terms of rewards. I wish we could do more. I wish we could do like t-shirts and other kind of things that Kickstarters do. But we just don't have the resources for that, unfortunately. Let's see, Evan Godzilla, I actually went to the $10 tier so that it registers that level of backing, and then it changed it to 100. Okay, well, hey, regardless, you're going to get all 3 tiers anyway, so you're good, Evan Godzilla.
Yeah.
So this is the story, okay? So this is basically the script that was in the video. This is just written format of that video that you guys saw. So it just shows us where we started, where we went, our peak for the moment, and then this shows our in-house development team. This is Nico and I. I love this picture, by the way. This was when we were at the G-Fest 2019 at the Artist Alley. I love that picture.
I don't know, like, what was the backstory for that? Was it just supposed to be like a funny picture?
I think it was. I think it was. I think Danielle or my fiance took a picture of that, and we were like, so we just made it So and then here's Vinny, our composer. You all know him well, Chenzo on YouTube. And then this is Brandon Hatcher. This is our 3D model designer. This is the guy that's going to help us make future models, which I will show further down. By the way, guys, Gabber's Bad Day and Kaiju Fantasy Battle are not the only things that are stretch goals. There are other things that we have planned after this Kickstarter if it's successful, okay? Now, these are all the people that we've collaborated in the past. This is just kind of to show, this is just to give us some credibility that we've worked with a lot of people. So that just, there's that. This is all the information that was in the video, so you guys can read this on your own. I'm not going to read through it word by word. Okay, now here is more information on on season 1 of Chaos. Okay, guys, so listen closely. Okay, episode 1 is done. You guys have seen that; it's done. Episode 2 is done. Episode 3 is finished. Episode 4 just got finished. Okay, now here is the rest of this, and I hope that we can get you guys excited and enticed for those of you who have not donated, or if you're on the fence about this. Episode 5. Who is he gonna fight? Oh, I don't know, but doesn't that look cool? Right. Now, imagine, you guys remember the quality that episode 4 was, right? That movie style quality? That's gonna continue in this season if we can get this to work, okay? Like that's just what's gonna happen, all right? All right, episode 6. Who's that? I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I'm not going to say just for fun's sake, That's what's next.
Who is that?
Episode 7. Who's this? Who's he going to fight after that? Episode 8. Ooh, I wonder who that is. I mean, it's a character that you guys have been wanting Kudajiro to fight for a super, super long time. I'm just not sure who that could be, though. And episode 9. Wow, what is that guy? That guy looks very intriguing. I don't know though. But I'm pretty sure that episode
9? Is it 9? That's that hold on, I'm thinking. That's that Gigantus guy, isn't it?
Oh, probably.
That's who it is, right?
Probably.
Oh, man. Yeah. I cannot wait to see that.
So, yeah. And then the final episode. I wonder who will be the final adversary for Kudajira? I have no idea. So I'm gonna turn the screen off here for a second because I want you guys to look at us. Let's see. Let me turn this off here. Okay. Guys, Nico and I have the rest of the season planned out. We know how this season's going to end, okay? Those battles, all right, with what we now have, and with by the ways, guys, Methlo Kaiju has agreed to help us finish out season 1. So I'm just saying how amazing episode 4 was. Just imagine how it's going to look moving forward. Different backdrops, different settings, different moves, different abilities, maybe some more story plot being put into it. Because like I said, Nico and I know how this season's going to end. You guys think so far it's been a bunch of random battles? No, there's a point to this. It's going somewhere. But we need that success of the Kickstarter. I cannot stress, you guys are not going to see this. I'm going to bring this up again. You guys are not going to see any of this if it's not successful. I'm sorry.
Literally, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That is the truth behind it, yeah.
None of this will happen. None of this will happen if it's not successful. And I hate to say that, but that's true. Okay? Just saying. All right, we're going to move down. This is continuing with the story. This showed a preview, but the episode's out now, so this is kind of irrelevant. Stretch goals, Gabber's Bad Day. We already showed you that. We already showed you what we wanted to do. Kaiju Fantasy Battle Season 2, we showed you what we wanted that to be. Now, here's where we get to some more exciting stuff. Now, oh, by the ways, let me turn this off again. The reason we say stretch goals, I'm going to go into a little bit of depth about this. Yes, chaos is the main priority with this for that kind of stuff, okay? But the stretch, if we get to that, you okay there, Nico?
I just smacked my foot off my subwoofer.
Oh, see, guys, now we need to pay for his medical bills.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh man. Okay. So so the reason why we have these projects up, even though chaos is the main reason for this $2,000 budget. But guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have been partnered again on YouTube. We have been reestablished as a partner on YouTube, which means we're making ad revenue. So I don't know if you've noticed, but watching our stuff now, there have been ads in front of it. I'm sorry if it's annoying you, but hey, it's a business. Now, that has actually been helping. That's been starting to go and grow. Okay. Now I'm just saying, if we can, okay, think about it. Episode 4 came out, 2,000 views in a week, right? Okay. Now imagine if we were able to do episodes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 and have those done in a consistent manner, at least maybe every 2 months have an episode come out. 2,000 views multiplied by that many episodes. Our ad revenue is going to increase, which means we are not going to have to do a Kickstarter every time we want to do something new. Can you guys imagine Kenshin Studios being able to be self-sufficient after the Kickstarter? I'm like, we don't like to ask you guys for money, but that's the point of Kickstarter. It's in the name. This is the start to kick us off to the future of the studio to do more things on our own, which means we'll have more money to do maybe more merchandise stuff. We'll have ways to make money more organically than asking for crowdfunding, okay? We're not expecting, if this Kickstarter is successful, we're not going to be doing multiple Kickstarters every time we want to do a new project. That's not the point. The point of this is to establish us to have a stable footing to then keep on moving forward, because we'll have ad revenue to help us. We'll have maybe merchandise to help us. Maybe in the future we'll get some sponsorships depending on how much, further we get, okay? So that's where I just wanted to mention these stretch goals, that everything you're seeing in this Kickstarter is all relative. It's all going through the same pipeline, okay? But it is not, I'm going to say it here, it will not, hold on, happen if it's not successful.
Yeah,
it,
quite literally.
none of this will happen if we're not successful. Period. So just keep that in mind, okay? $1.
Goji Rex.
all it is.
The Nico cut of which project?
Nico cut will be included the stretch goals.
Which cut are we? Which one are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't really know. Okay. Now, look at this. We've shown these guys before. We've shown these guys multiple times. These are new, original made monsters. You guys think that Kutajira is cool and badass. Well, and for some of you that think that Kutajira is too OP, he might have some actual competition with some more original monsters. These guys, look, how cool would these guys be in the style of the animation that we've been doing so far? I think that would be pretty cool. All right, just saying. These guys are going to come to life thanks to Brandon, who is our 3D model maker. We're going to have to pay him to make models of these guys, okay? That's that. All right, new monsters. Like Kutajira can have siblings now. You know, he doesn't have to fight Toho monsters. He doesn't have to fight, other guys. We can actually do more original stuff, all right? Now, this guy. This is actually a model made by our model maker, Brandon Hatcher. He made this guy. Look at this. How cool is this guy? That's pretty cool looking, right? I'd say so. That's just another concept. It's just something that can happen from this, given the budget and time, and we can make something that, to help increase our roster of the Kenshin universe. I'm just saying. Now, this guy. This is another concept. Now, I'm not saying these guys are final, by the way. These are concepts. These are just renders. These are just things that Brandon gave us as concepts so that we can show them on the Kickstarter, okay? These are just possibilities. These are what we're capable of moving forward. So I'm just saying, like, these guys look pretty cool along with these guys as well, okay? So I'm just saying. Now, Nico and I, for the longest time, okay, this poster has been floating around our social medias for the longest time, probably since 2019 or something like that, okay? Now, original stories, okay? It has been something that Nico, okay, the reason this is here is because the reason that Kenshin Studios is still around. When Nico and I have a point to this. When Nico and I premiered Wrath of the Hybrid back in 2018, okay? That was supposed to be it. Nico and I were going to go separate ways. We were going to be done with hey, we did the fan trilogy. We're done. All right, we're going to move on. But then Nico came around. I remember we were having lunch with Vinny, D-Man, all these people. And Nico's over there writing up some ideas. And he's like, ooh. This is it. Original story content. Now, in the video, it's not on the Kickstarter. But in the video, you also saw concept art of images of Kenshin season or Chaos season 2 that actually has a plot. It has a story to it. Okay. And then in that video, it also showed another monster model, which some of you, if you're very keen, you might know that character is Kaizen. Now, do you guys remember who Kaizen is? He was a character, kind of a personality that was like a version of Goji fan that was a monster version of him that was me, basically, kind of whatever, and then turned into his own thing, and then was kind of used as a gimmick for, if you guys remember that really bad time Chris Kaizen YouTube channel that I tried to do. But now he's like his own little original monster. And once again, that model was made by Brandon Hatcher. So I'm just saying, guys, that there are so many more things that can come from the success of this Kickstarter. It's not just Chaos Season 1. That's not all it's going to help. It's going to help us do all this stuff. And these original stories that we have, Nico and I, we're in the background. To be honest, we have a story for Kitamura. If you guys remember who Kitamura is, we have a story for Kaizen and Kutajira, and we have we still have that feature full film we want to do, but good luck trying to do that without a budget, So there's that. Now, and I'm also going to say it, guys, next year is the 10th anniversary of Kenshin Studios. technically the 10th anniversary of Nico and I working together, really. Kenshin Studios, the name hasn't really been around for like maybe 5 years, but the idea, you know, from World Apocalypse till now has been around almost 10 years starting next year. And we have said it. We did say it, and you guys do know it is public knowledge if anyone did remember it. But we do want to do a remake of World Apocalypse in a full animation style.
Yeah.
Like we really want to. We want to go back to World Apocalypse and remake it with awesome quality. I'm just gonna say here, guys, could you imagine with Methlo Kaiju's animation style and World Apocalypse combined? That's pretty awesome. Just saying. So, yeah. Now, to finish off the Kickstarter page, this is the rest that we have. This is it. Alternate ways of supporting the studio. Like I said, guys, viewing our content on YouTube, watching our content, we get that ad revenue. That's going to help us, okay? That's free. Doesn't cost a thing to do. Sharing our videos for the world to see. That is also free to do. That is the very important thing to do. Follow our social media platforms, comment, like, do all that stuff to get involved. And then once again, share our social media posts. I don't want to see a tweet from Nico and I and then just have 2 hearts and 2 retweets, because I know that those 2 hearts and 2 retweets are Nico and I. So it basically got to no one. So I want to see more of that viewer interaction, okay? And then buying our merch from TeePublic. Now, this is kind of on us. We do have to update our TeePublic. It's a little bit outdated, but you guys also can tell us what you want to see. What do you want to buy on a t-shirt? What do you want to have? Like, maybe you don't feel like supporting us on Patreon or even the Kickstarter, but you want to like buy merchandise from us. Well, what do you want to see? Like, what do you want Kutajira's face on a shirt, or what do you want? Just let us know, okay? And then once again, supporting our Patreon. Supporting our Patreon is it's a longer period of time investing us. Now, right now on our Kickstarter, I'm going to turn this off. Right now on our Kickstarter, on our Patreon, all you're going to see is just the basic generous credits. That's all that's there right now. Because right now we're trying to focus on the Kickstarter being as successful as it can be. So the Patreon is still there, but the Patreon is literally only $1 a month. There's no other reward tier or anything. It's just $1, and that's helping us further. I don't know if he's in the comments here, but I do want to say that Akno Goji, a very, very active member in the fan base, he has been, since day one of that Patreon starting, he has been staying on there till this long. To be honest, guys, Akno Goji has helped with the budget for almost 2 years now. He's put in, he's put in now, and he's helped us, keep some kind of budget in our account. And to be honest, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been able to pay Methlo for episode 4. So I'm just saying, guys, like that's how far he, went to that. Is it possible to have a Kutajira hat? Sky's the limit. You just gotta let us know. You just gotta let us know. So now that you guys have seen the Kickstarter, okay, that is the fullness of what that is, okay? So yeah, I mean that's all I got for you guys. Like that is all I have for information dump and pleading about the Kickstarter and asking you guys to share and stuff like that. It's just right now. Oh, here's another thing, guys. In terms of priority wise, we mentioned it in the video as well, but in terms of priority, Nico and I, our lives are changing very fast because we're becoming more adults than we ever wanted to be, and life is coming fast, and there are other things in that we have to do, other responsibilities that are coming up. Now, for me in particular, I don't know if you guys know, on my other channel I posted it, but I recently got engaged. Okay, so and I'm going to be graduating school, my college, Full Sail, in a year from now. In a year from now, I will be married and graduated and looking for a job in the media entertainment industry, okay? I want you guys to know that if Kenshin, and even my own brand, and this goes for Nico as well, when he graduates and he tries looking for an actual career job, okay? Kenshin is not going to last or survive if Nico and I are out finding jobs and having other life responsibilities going around. I mean, if I eventually have a wife that I have to take care of and have a household that I have to take care of, and if Kenshin is not paying those bills, and if Kenshin's not giving me that viable return, I'm not going to put anything into it. I need to find a career or something that is going to, be the breadwinner. Okay. Like that's the thing. And I'm not going to be the kind of starving artist that's going to make my wife work all the time and me stay at home trying to say, oh, it'll happen. Just trust me. It'll happen. No. I've been there before and I'm not doing that. Like I don't want to be a starving artist. That's not a fun life to live. I've seen starving artists here in Colorado. When you go down to like Denver or whatever, and you go down into the downtown areas and you see all these people playing instruments on the street. I mean, they're great, but it's super sad to see. And especially if you're a fellow creative and you look at that, sometimes you worry because you see yourself in that future if you keep on trying to make it work if it doesn't, okay? And I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad. I'm not trying to make you guys feel like sorry for us, but I'm being realistic with you guys. And I feel like that's something that we pride ourselves on at Kenshin Studios, is that we're dead honest with you guys. We're transparent. We let you guys know how we feel and where we can go with this. I mean, like, I'm so serious, guys, that if Kenshin Studios can be somewhat of like a side job or some kind of thing, you guys are going to see amazing stuff from us. Okay. And like, if Nico and I can get an actual building, an actual studio where we can actually be in the same physical area and hire more people, man, if we could make the money to actually get a payroll, we'd bring Sean back. We'd bring Danielle back. We'd bring back all these talented people that have helped us. But none of that is going to be possible if this first step isn't going to work. If this Kickstarter doesn't work, that's not going to happen. Nico and I are we're going to have to forget about that dream. We're going to have to let it go, because there are other things that are happening in our personal lives that are coming up too fast, that those need more attention than this.
Yeah.
You know,
he's absolutely right.
I mean, it's been very stressful, guys. I'm like, trying to manage Kenshin Studios on top of everything else that I'm doing has been very, very taxing on my emotional health. Okay. But I will say, I've talked with Nico about this. I'm in here and fighting until the bitter end. Okay. Like, I'm not leaving. I'm not doing anything. This is so far different from what Goji Fan was. Okay, guys, this is a different scenario of something ending. Okay. I'll put in quotes, of something ending. Goji Fan was a different thing. That was more of a emotional, personal thing going on, whatever. Kenshin Studios, I have no personal mental problems with it, okay? I want this to succeed. I want to keep on working on this stuff, okay? This isn't dragging me down. This isn't making me feel bad for working on it. The problem now is that there are external blocks that are coming in. It's not from the inside. It's now from the outside stuff, which is coming in, which honestly hurts more. Because there's nothing worse than being an artist who wants to make stuff, but you can't do it because other things are getting in the way. Like, you have all the passion, you have all the hope and all the want to make it happen, but there are some blocks. And sometimes if you can't get past those blocks, that makes you even more frustrated as an artist, because there's nothing you can do. You guys are the hope of Kenshin Studios, okay? There is nothing more Nico and I can do at this point. All we can do is continue to share and do all that stuff, but it is ultimately up to you guys. You guys have the fate of Kenshin Studios. And yes, Nico and I, we have been talking to try and figure out what to do if the studio is not successful. Like, if there's some way where we can keep Kenshin Studios alive, but would it even be the same, right? Like, if we made completely different content, would it be the same? Would it be similar to what Kenshin Plays was, where it was just trying to make content just to have content, but it really was superficial? That's where we're at. Okay, guys. So, yeah, I'm so passionate about this stuff, guys. I want to do so much, and I want to do more for the studio, you know, and I want us to I want to be successful. I want to do more stuff at G Fest. I mean, seeing you guys in public, seeing you guys, seeing the fans when we went to show Wrath of the Hybrid, when we went to do the Artist Alley at G Fest. I mean, that's like the happiest times, you know, that's the most fun
amazing.
we've ever had, you know? I mean, if you guys remember when we premiered Wrath of the Hybrid, Nico and I almost cried because we were like, we were just so overwhelmed with the amount of support and the fact that we actually saw something through and it actually happened. It was completed, you know?
Probably one of the happiest moments from G Fest was 2019. You know, there's this father and his little girl just casually walking
my
by,
God. Yes.
and she stopped and she's like, "Oh, what's that?" And then, you know, she starts talking about how, you know, we explained to her what Kujiro was, and she's like, "Oh, it's so cool."
She was such a doll.
Yeah, and then you know, he's trying to get her to walk away and she doesn't want to do it, and she's just so stuck to the movie. And he finally gets her to walk away, and maybe like 10 seconds later you just see her run back without her dad and just start watching the movie again. It was just,
I know.
oh, it was such a like tear-jerking moment.
It was
very amazing.
It was something. I'm actually seeing if I can try and find that clip, that picture, because I know we actually have a picture of it. I think I found it. I think I found it. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can.
I'm sorry, I got a little emotional there. Nose running. Okay.
Let's see here if I can.
That was my favorite by
I gotta
far.
see if I can.
It was amazing.
Let's see. It was right here. This girl right here, she was like super fan at that point. Here, I'll cover me because it already shows me in the picture. So but I mean, she was super hardcore fan, and like when we get stuff like this, you know, when we get people come up to us like this and all that, it makes that's one of the things, yeah. It makes all the blood, sweat, and tears worth it, you know, to see people that, you know, we've impacted and stuff like that. I mean, it's that's why we continue to do it, guys. I mean, the money, okay.
I gotta find the one picture, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. The money is not for us. It's not. If you're one of those people out there who are thinking that, oh, they're doing this because they just want to pocket the money, we're not. This money is for you guys. We're trying to make content for you guys. We're trying to make more memories for you guys. We're trying to create content for you guys that is going to last and make an impact and all that stuff, you know? So
look at it.
Oh, that's the other little girl. Okay, we had two then. We had two people that were like, that's right. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, here, bring it a little closer. Try to bring it a little closer to the screen. Yeah, that little girl. Yeah, she was, oh my God, that was her. That was the, yeah. Yeah, that was a little girl. That was just the sweetest moment. Yeah. So,
hey, if you're watching this, thank you. Yeah. You made my day.
Yeah, that was special. That was really special. Okay, guys. Now here's the thing. I've noticed that in the time that we've done this, you know, this community meeting, we only have had 13 concurrent viewers. Okay. So that means a lot of people are going to miss this. Okay. And we cannot let this pass. Okay. Because to be honest, guys, I don't know what else Nico and I can do to promote the Kickstarter at this point. This community meeting was the last seller. It was the last, like, hey, hoorah, like whatever. Because guys, we don't have any other content after this. We're out. We're done. Like there's nothing else that we've made. Unfortunately, like that's where we're at. So the last 19 days of this Kickstarter are going to be very stressful. It's going to be very, like, you know, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But if we can get people to come in and do that, you know, especially like Entertainment Corner and Evan Godzilla. I mean, just like if like 10 people could do that, you know, out of the almost 2,000 followers we have on YouTube. I mean, it just blows my mind that we have this amount of people that are following us, but it doesn't make sense. You know, someone is standing idly by and not doing anything. So yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's really all I got, guys. I don't know how else to stress it. But I don't want to. I don't know. I just don't want it. I don't want it to end. But it's up to you guys. We're at your mercy, basically. I'm proud. I'm very proud of what the studio has done so far. And if this is the end, like if this is it, all right, fine. I mean, I'm proud of what we've done. And Nico and I would probably maybe still try to figure something out to do, but it's not going to be the same. So yeah, that's all I got. So I don't really know what else to say. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to maybe for the next 5-10 minutes, we're going to open this up for Q&A, and we're going to answer as many questions as we can from you guys that are related to the Kickstarter, questions about the studio itself. I guess, quickly while we're waiting for questions, the new banner, the new logos, I mean, do you guys like it? I think it's pretty cool.
I love it.
I mean, the colors were Nico's idea. I had no idea we were going in that direction. I was still going in like a bluish kind of color, but he was like purple and yellow. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. It makes it pop.
Yeah.
I love it. So, yeah. So, so just ask any questions if you guys have it. But I'm telling you, like, please share, please comment. Like, and for instance, you can also put like a hashtag, help Kenshin Studios or something on Twitter so that you can get maybe a trend going, or I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how that stuff works, but you try to do that if you can, okay? So yeah. But that is pretty much it. So let's see. Oh, okay. Hey Nico, I just got your comment on the thing. So okay, while we're waiting for questions, if you guys do have questions, we also want to in the case of the Kickstarter not being successful, what are things that you guys would want to see from us that we could do, just Nico and I, with our skill set, with our skill level? I mean, obviously it wouldn't be animations because neither Nico and I can do animations. I mean, do you guys want to see like old school machinimas like we used to do? Is there something gaming related with monsters, kaiju games like Destroy All Monsters Melee or something, or like Gigabash coming out soon? So like, is there something that, I don't know. I mean, like, what else would you guys want to see if things don't go the way that we want them to? That's basically that's like a question I have for you guys. But like I said, we have like about 5-10 minutes left, and then that's really all I got. So, because that's, so it's last push guys. I don't know what else to say. That you guys have the power. Let's see, Godzilla Reader. So the model of that Space Godzilla meant to represent Kaizen. Yes, that actually was Kaizen. Remember, the design of Kaizen is very close to Space Godzilla, because when Kaizen was designed originally, it was actually a fan art when I was Goji fan. And since, Space Godzilla was my favorite Godzilla enemy, he turned me, it was like me if I was Space Godzilla. It was kind of like a weird, thing there. But then I had Danielle come over and redesign that fan art and turned it into what you guys saw in Chris Kaizen and also my channel art for that time. And then throughout the time, I've adapted him into somewhat of his own character. So, yeah. Let's see. Community nights, bring on fans, talk about things like with monstrosities or even just between you two. Okay, so like more. Like the podcast. I mean, like, do you guys like the podcast? Okay, because
that's a big thing, because me and Chris really enjoyed recording episode 3. Episode 3 was probably the most fun I've had recording a podcast episode.
Yeah, which by the way is not a lot of views on that podcast, so let's get on it.
Yeah, definitely go give the podcast a watch. It was very fun.
But yeah, I mean, so if you guys want to see more content like that, if it's like somewhat discussions, I mean, hey, maybe like bring back the kaiju discussion series that I used to do. I don't know. I mean, that could be something, you know. No, it's not a bad idea. I mean, Godzilla, it's not a bad idea. Goji Rex 28, did Kudajiro get his chest mouth removed? I noticed it wasn't in the newest episode. Congratulations, you are the first one to point out that. I was waiting for someone to say something. Yes, actually, we have officially removed the pointless mouth on him. He no longer has the mouth. Now, for a couple reasons. One reason is due to technical issues. Methlo Kaiju in his animation software, for some reason, the mouth just wasn't, the textures weren't showing up, so he just removed it. And in our universe way, he just doesn't need it anymore, because the mouth just never we just never made it work where we wanted it to. So we've just taken it off, and honestly, he looks better for it. He really does. You know? So yes, his mouth was removed. Yes. Entertainment corner, to be honest, just hangouts, anything. Okay, so more laid back podcasty type stuff. Okay.
Discussions and stuff. Okay.
Now I want to remind you guys, this is if the Kickstarter is not successful. If it's successful, we're going full force, just what we're doing, okay? But this is stuff that Nico and I can do on a $0 budget. That's basically, you know, what it is. Okay, let's see. Eddie Man. Oh, hey, Eddie Man, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Sup, Nico? I remember asking you a long time ago to play Fortnite. Would you still be down?
I'm not on Fortnite a whole lot. If I ever find myself online, I'll let you know, man. Yeah, I remembered you. You asked me a long time ago. Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah. Just let me know. I think we're still friends on Epic Games. I believe so. Just let me know, man.
Put a rain check on that.
I'm more than down to play with any of you guys. There's a hangout room in our Discord. Come join our Discord.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Discord in the
come join our Discord.
If you guys want to talk to Nico and I directly, like a way to get to us quickly, the Discord is the best way to do that. We're on Discord every day checking the community. Okay, so
especially as of recently too. It has been we have been on. Our
it's
Discord.
been like you guys. If I know some of our fans have been annoyed with how much I've been spamming sharing stuff, but that's just what it takes. So. Okay. Gabe Del Toro, I got an idea. How about you guys reviewing each movie in the Kenshin trilogy?
We have a commentary.
We do have a commentary, but I mean, looking back, I mean, it could be like looking back. Looking back on it or something.
Like a retrospect.
Kinda, yeah. Something like that. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Anton Grayson, do collaborations with famed subscribers, interview them on stream. Okay, yeah, so we're still continuing with this discussion idea. Okay, so it looks like you guys want to see discussion stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Evan Godzilla, dude, where's the next Shooter Man?
Yeah, where is it?
Well,
where is it, man?
Sorry, I like almost inhaled spit or whatever. Sorry, my throat is tired because I've been talking a lot. Actually, funny enough, Game Guru Max just released today, and I downloaded it and got it ready to go. So I'm just kind of waiting for that company to make updates like sci-fi stuff, and I'm actually really excited I'm going to be remaking all the Shooter Man games. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm just waiting for that company to release that stuff. So yes, more Shooter Man to come. I just have to wait on the game creators to update their. Because right now it's in early access, so I have to wait for updates and stuff. So we'll see. But I'm glad you remembered Shooter Man. Thank you. That was awesome. Let's see. Evan Godzilla. Yes, podcast. And yes, love types of podcasts. Okay. Godzilla Reader. Will it be all right if I did a video analyzing the Kudajiro versus Gigan? It could be a continuation. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. No, I'm
go
like,
for it. Yes.
Go. Like reviews, reactions. Just talking about it, just discussion, anything, make a video related to Kenshin Chaos or whatever we're doing. Please feel free. Like, do it. T Jones, I have a question for you, Kenshin Chaos. What do you think of Kudajiro being made in toys as a 4-inch, like candy toys? That's another thing. And in the video, in the Kickstarter video, there was a little section there that did say potential figures if we could do that.
We have actually sold figures before.
And we have sold figures before. Yep. We did sell at the Artist Alley in 2019.
At a very limited quantity, but we have done it.
Very limited, yeah. So, Yes, I would love to make little toys of Kudajira and potential other original monsters too. So, let's see. Oh yeah, Evan. Oh yeah, Evan Godzilla. I remember you making let's plays of the Shoot 'em Man games. Yeah. I know. The games were jank. I know they weren't. I know. Bobby Reynolds. Would there be a Shoot 'em Man the movie? I don't know about that, but yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Any more? Because now the daylight on my end is starting to go down too, so I'm trying to figure out that.
See, like the way my room is in my apartment at school, I have it set up to where it's like I'm on the first floor, so like anyone could just casually walk by and see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I have a black like drape and the actual blind itself. So it's like cabin fever. So I really don't have any sense of like time of the day ever.
Oh God.
So it's always the same. So I can be in here for hours. It's like it could be like 12 o'clock in the morning. I'll look down my phone, it's 8 o'clock, and I realize I haven't eaten dinner or lunch. So that's a very bad thing on my end. I really need to, yeah. Okay, that's besides the point.
Need to get out more.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Anton Grayson, after the stream ends, I'll see what I can do with the Kickstarter. $1. That's all we ask.
Yep.
$1.
Yes.
Seriously. Entertainment Corner. If I'll buy every one of them because I definitely don't have a kaiju addiction. Been there. GojiRex28. Doing everything wrong with video style on your Kenshin films. Just a fun idea. That'd be funny. Everything wrong with.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Eddie Man, yeah, it's been a while. Chris and Nico, glad to see you all as well as far as general in life goes. The time I was gone, I got a full-time job and have been working ever since. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I get it. I understand. That's what it is. Godzilla Reader. So I did not watch the entire video of the Kenshin cast due to some personal stuff, but I still believe that the Destroyer had a better ending.
You know what? Okay. Whoa. Wait. Godzilla Reader. Listen. Once you deal with your own personal issues, personal stuff, you know, take a step back. Take a minute. Take about the rest of that hour you need to watch that video, and you listen to the great points that I myself brought up. Not whatever this guy brought up.
Or maybe it's just because I brought up some really good points, and that's what made me win. So
no. We all know. You and I both know who won that.
Yeah, it was me. Destroyer wins.
No. What are you talking about?
See, okay, see, guys, this is the content they want to see on a $0 budget.
So you gotta share his routine for a discussion because dude is low key ripped.
There you go.
Oh, do you want me? If you really want my daily routine, you know what? You guys want the Nico cut of Nico's daily routine, then that's what you guys will get.
That's what you'll get, yeah.
Would $100 be generous for the Kickstarter? That would be.
Oh my God, Eddie man, that would be way leagues above than generous. That would be amazing. Yeah, that's more than what we could ever.
That's more than enough.
That's way more than enough. $1 is plenty, but I mean yeah.
I still have yet to watch the Kenshin cast video. Listen, man, go check her out.
Gotta watch it.
It's amazing. It's very good. I mean, definitely, listen, man. You're doing chores around the house. You know what I do? I put on the Kenshin cast. If I'm driving down the highway for an hour and a half trip, I put on the Kenshin cast. If I'm taking a shower, I'm putting on the Kenshin cast.
I thought you were going to say something else.
You know what?
Oh, God.
If I am so tired that I need something to wake me up in the morning. I gotta
turn the lights on. Hold on.
I listen to Kenshin cast. That's what I do.
Here we go.
When I am in the gym getting swole as heck, I listen to the Kenshin cast. That's part of my routine, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that's all. That's part of my routine, by the way.
Let's see here. Anton Grayson, I just paid my roommate's education, so what I put in the Kickstarter may be limited. Like I said, man, it's $1. $1. That's it. That's all it would take. That's all it would take.
Yeah.
Guys, like I said, there's almost 2,000 followers on our YouTube channel. If every one of them would donate $1, we would be done. You know, all the gloom and doom and all that stuff we wouldn't worry about it because we're good. We made it. That's all. Yeah. Let's see. T Jones, Kenshin Studios. Can I borrow Kudajiro for my stories? And my second question: do you think Kudajiro will stumble across Mechagodzilla from Ready Player One? Well, the second part of your question, I'll say you'll just have to wait and see about season one. You know, like I said, if it gets made. And as far as the first part of your question, as long as it's a fan-made like thing, as long as you're not declaring that this is your monster and that this is canon or whatever, feel free. Godzilla Reader has a just a little shout out to Godzilla Reader. He has a fan fiction of Kudajiro on his Wattpad page. So yeah, go ahead. GojiRex28. If Kaiju Fantasy Battle comes back, I'm going to request Jet Jaguar versus a giant Macho Man Randy Savage. that would be interesting. Yes, it would. Gabe Del Toro. Oh, here you go, Nico. I personally like Mechagodzilla 2 over Destroya. So there you go. See, there you go. Yeah. Evan Godzilla, dude, Monstrosities is one of the best personalities in the community. Mix it with these guys, it was freaking great. I mean, that was super fun working. I mean, discussing stuff with Matt from Monstrosities is like one of the best things ever. I mean, it's super fun and
it's amazing.
We had a lot of fun with that. So that's why the podcasts are really fun for us because here, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at the next potential podcast episode. We're gonna try to get Goji Rex, who is the maker of Godzilla Save the Earth Melee, in to talk about. We're gonna do like some debate a little bit about the Atari trilogy and figure out which one was the best out of the trilogy. So that's kind of where we're going with that next one. So look forward to that whenever we can. So Godzilla Reader also, Heisei Mechagodzilla is literally like the anime Ghidorah. Both are established of being powerful, but they rely on something to make them powerful and get easily destroyed without it.
Let me take care of this.
Uh-oh.
Don't you ever, and I mean ever, compare Heisei Mechagodzilla 2 to anime King Ghidorah.
Oh, you done did it now. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Eddie Man, can you guys do more live streams like this, just talking to the fans? This is fun. I miss this. Okay, I'm getting the picture.
I think we're picking it up what you guys are putting down.
I'm getting the picture that you guys want discussion stuff for the $0 budget phase, if that's what happens. Okay. Well, it's nice to know that we still have you guys if things don't go well. So it's at least nice to know. Let's see. Gabe Del Toro, by the way, when will we see Kudajiro eat a Hawaiian pizza?
All right, now we're getting a little bit off track. Let's keep it back with the future of the studio. It will be sometime soon, though.
Maybe for an April Fool's video or something. We'll have some animation. Maybe we can get Sean to do like a 5-second thing of him just eating something. I don't know. Bobby Reynolds, if we were watching the Expendables YouTubers nicknames that I give to my movies review friend. Whoa, what? If we're watching the Expendables YouTubers, the nicknames that I give to my movie reviewer friends, I watch the Kenshin cast. Okay, well, it looks like you're watching the Kenshin cast while doing something. That's awesome. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Evan Godzilla, all hell yeah. Just watched your interview with him too. Save the Earth Melee about to go off. Yes, it will. Yes. So, T Jones, hey Kenshin Studios, can I ask you a question in episode 2 of I'm assuming Chaos? What power did he do with Destroya when he revived? What power did he do that? So how he killed Destroya? Yeah, he has this ability where if he dies, he basically gets into like this mist cloud and stuff and just goes to the next monster and just like possesses him and then takes his power and basically destroys him that way. So yeah, it's pretty badass.
It's somewhat immortality.
Yeah, I mean he is OP. I get that. Hey, it's called Kenshin Chaos for a reason. Okay. Let's see. Gabe Del Toro, Heisei Mechagodzilla is way better than the giant space ramen thing. There you go. Anton Grayson, come on guys, just kick the starter already. I know.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. let's do it. Let's go, guys. We're still at 451. So we were doing great at the beginning of this live stream. Now we've hit a wall again. We need you guys to pick it up again, okay? Pick up the slack.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yes, Akira. Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Akira Takarada, for sure. That was a bit of an announcement too. But you know, guys, remember, I mean, a lot of the actors that were in those movies, I mean, they are older. I mean,
yeah.
It's natural. I mean, I'm not, I'm sad about it, but at the same time, I mean, he had a great life though. It's like he was amazing. I mean, he'll always be remembered. So, but yes, definitely rest in peace, Akira Takarada. Goji Rex 28, use a vacuum on his mist form. That's how you beat Kudage. Oh, look, you do like Ghostbusters. He sucks them up. Okay, guys. I think we're gonna end it here. Okay. So yes, that is it from us, guys. Like I said, this is the last piece of content we have for you for the remainder of this Kickstarter campaign. So it is entirely on you guys now. Okay. Share, post, make videos, get it out there to people who can donate. And if you can donate, only $1 is all we ask. If you do more and you go above and beyond, we thank you tremendously. You're in our debt. And we will make the best damn kaiju content for you guys that we can if we get this working, okay? Yeah, that is it. That is it from us, guys. So, I mean, I'm telling you, there is nothing left for Nico and I to do at this point. We are at the mercy of our audience and the Godzilla community. And we hope that the Godzilla community can come together and make this possible, okay? So that is it, guys. Nico, is there any last things you'd like to say?
Let's get it done. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Let's get it done.
Okay. And like I said, guys, the next community meeting will be next month in April after the Kickstarter is over. And we'll see what we'll see how the mood will be on that meeting, because it could be completely different, polar opposite, reactions. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Let's get it done, guys. Kickstarter, boom, 451 is where we're at out of 2,000. We can do this, guys. It is possible. Absolutely. It is possible to do this, okay? All right. We will see you guys in Discord. For those of you guys who want to follow our Discord, go on there. We are going to be on there every day checking stuff. Please, 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 please donate if you can. Just $1 is all it takes. If you can't, please like something, share. Do not stand silent. I told you, my metaphor for this is Nico and I are burning in a pit, and you guys are standing outside the pit with a water hose, okay? You guys have the potential to put us out, right? You can help us with the fire. Don't be the guy that stands there holding the fire hose and just going, good luck, and not doing anything about it. Don't be that guy. Be the guy that puts us out, or be the guy that says, hey, people, come over here. They need help. That's what we're asking for, okay?
Yeah.
All right. It's all up to you guys. We can make this happen. This is possible. All right. That is it. We will see you guys on Discord, and in terms of video stuff, we will see you guys in the next community meeting in April.
Yep.
See ya.